What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 6 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Wulfrik Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, the war in the north has continued, though we got ourselves a few new vassals with the Talisman of Pestilence, Epidemius, and the Bloody Sword to represent Nurgle and Khorne. Soon, hopefully, we'll try to find a Slaaneshi and a Tzeentch faction, though I think Tzeentch faction will probably be the hardest. The Tzeentch faction that starts in the Northern Chaos Waste, the Broken Wheel, has already been destroyed, and I don't remember if there's one to be found out here. Village is a Warriors of Chaos faction, meaning he's not going to be super helpful in that regard, as we need a Demon Tzeentch faction instead. I mean, there are the something scribes that are down here near to Kairos, and, well, there's Kairos himself, but that's pretty darn far. But anyway, we'll get to that eventually, hopefully. We'll see. Anyway, in terms of what we got to do this time, with Boris Ursus having been defeated by Throg, we will be taking him down for good and proceeding to take out all his territory before I'd like to sort of swap Wulfrik and Throg's positions around. We can see if we can make it happen. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of armies right here, and we need to deal with Serena Catherine, who currently has 14 territories. I don't even know how she got this many territories. She's gone very deep into the mountains, it seems. I imagine what happened was Karakadrin lost most of the... Oh, she owns Karakadrin? Damn. I imagine Karakadrin lost most of their territories to Azag the Slaughterer, and then Serena Catherine took out Azag. That's probably what happened here. She seems to be friendly with what I assume is the remnants of Karakadrin, but 14 territories is a lot. And, I don't know, it makes more sense to me to send Throg up in the mountains this way. So if we could take sort of this area with Wulfrik, and then send him up here to a dual Archaon before setting sail for good to Skeggy, that would be good. Hopefully by that time we'll have a tier 4, and we'll be able to briefly stop on by and grab ourselves a few Marauder champions, as, well, we don't want to arrive in Lustria with just, like, the most basic of units. But anyway, let's get started. Wulfrik, now, there's no guarantee that we don't immediately get attacked by Serena Catherine here, as Kislev is in range, so what we should probably do is level you up. Granted, we don't know that Serena Catherine is in range, but who knows. Beast Slayers for you, and let's go into Rally, just trying to get that Champions of the North buff, which will be really helpful in providing armor and defenses for our Norscan Berserkers, or Marauder Berserkers. 27 melee defense on the Brutes of the Hound. They really need it. Then we have our Sorcerer, I think. I mean, we could go through Pillaging, just because it will give us more money out of sacking, rather than going too deep into the tree here. Although Wulfrik does have mana now, so we should be able to cast more stuff, should we desire it. Final Transmutation and the eventual sort of part of it that allows enemies to not be moved is pretty good in helping Wulfrik hunt enemies down. You know what? Fine, we'll go for Arcane Conduit first, and then we'll try to go into Pillage. Next up, we have our Fimir Balefiend, who started leveling and has been brought here to get that replenished troops, so that's what we're gonna do. And then a little bit further into Melkoth's and Penumbral Pendulum. Now, just to double check, do you give any kind of specific buffs to the army? I don't think you do. Upkeep reduction for Fimir, Trolls, Chaos Frost Dragon, and Feral Manticore. The upkeep reduction is nice, but it doesn't actually give any particular buffs to them. I'm just wondering whether we should have a couple of them in Throg's army, for example. I mean, there's still, maybe. I could give him both lores, or not give him the fire lore at all, as... yeah, I'm not sure he'd like it very much. Skinwolf Wirkin, you need to get Twisted Flesh maxed out, and get that armor plus 15, and then into Ruinous Flesh as well. The effect range is rather small, but, well, you'll need it for protecting the other Skinwolves that are in Wulfrik's army. Throggy, I believe, yes, last episode you hit rank 12, so now you have King of the Trolls, or King of Trolls, with the upkeep reduction for Trolls, Fimir, and Skinwolves. We'll get you... we have 5 points. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. Okay, so we'll have one ancillary. I don't remember what the ancillaries are. I'm actually not sure whether it should be ancillaries or... wait, Fimir, where are the Fimir here? They're Monsters of the North? They share stats with giants, mammoths, and... Okay, just giants and mammoths. Will we have giants and mammoths in Throg's army is the question. Or will we rely more... I mean, I'm not sure he does anything for giants at all. And we have generic lords that do giants. Anyway, let's start with this. Primordial Might, speed, and power for Throg in his army. Mutant regeneration, the best thing that Throg has, in giving regeneration for Alfimir, and horrible regeneration for trolls and skinwolves. Very nice. Yeah, so horrible regeneration resurrects dead combatants, but does not work after battle outcome is decided. Huh. Now here's a question. Do units that have horrible regeneration have both? Trolls and oh, damn, until we actually get one of those into the army, we won't know. Anyway, Monstrous Fiends upgrades Troll Fimir and Skinwolves with melee defense and Frenzy for Trolls and Fimir. And Age of the Beasts gives us global recruitment duration -2 for Trolls, Fimir, and Skinwolves, which will really help Throggy out. Chilling Aura for Throg, so he'll be able to match the Cold Voider. Cause Terror. I'm kind of shocked that he wouldn't cause terror just normally. And then a little bit of plunder per turn. Dread Retainers or something else. Voice of the Dark Gods will give us a massive aura, which ain't too bad either. You know, let's get the Voice of the Dark Gods first. Just so that we can... I mean, we've been keeping the Fimir Stalkers relatively far from the army, and I'd like for Throg's aura to reach them, if possible. Then we'll get 1 point in the Flaming Sword of Ruin. Actually get... yeah. Alright, and then go into evasion, we'll go into, well, deeper into the tree there. Alright, that is that for the leveling. And next up, let's get at least a couple names in here. I meant to do this last episode, but apparently I forgot. Like a dozen different people suggested Manny for the name of the mammoth, and so Manny shall be the mammoth indeed. And there are a few great other names that we will add as we get further mammoths on the field. You, Skinwolf Werekin, can be Fenrir's Chosen, and that fits. Alright, and I guess we can have a couple of units in Throg's army. I mean, okay, so the reason I obviously don't name the Marauders, like the basic Marauders, is that they will all eventually be replaced, as they're the basic units, and buy better units, so, yeah, and it's kind of a hassle to just name them and then transfer the names over. Plus, there's a decent likelihood that they'll die. Snowball 2 for one of the cats, and how about let's name one of the wolves instead? The Cold Hunger. Alright, I've already talked a lot, so let's curtail that for now, and I believe, while we're not ready to end the turn, because of this nonsense, we have to deal with this. Oh, rogue armies are so annoying, and especially because how are you spawning with a rank 9 Grail Knight? This is probably the most powerful single unit on the map right now, in the sense that no other army, well, certainly no actual empire, would have anything like a rank 9 Grail Knight at this point. A tier 5 unit, nobody is going to be able to tech up to that for like another, I don't know, 50 turns or so at minimum, and you have them at rank 9 when you spawn. Come on, man, it's a little early for that. We can't even build really tier 3 units yet. What we will do, however, is... I keep looking through the wrong thing. Get Surtha Eka on the field, start leveling him up a little bit. Does he buff missile infantry with his buffs? Yes, he does. So the missile resistance for the Marauder Hunters with Javelins will help out as well. So Surtha Ek, on field. And I guess to deal with the Grail Knights, we'll want to start with Marauder Hunters with Javelins. I mean, obviously we'll get him a bunch of chariots as well. Frankly, this army will just keep recruiting, so there's not much we can do about that. Ah, rogue armies. Why do you exist? Anyway, Mountains of Hell. Do we need to upgrade anything here? Well, we could upgrade the Slavers camp here, a little bit more cash. Let's just take a look at what else, other options we have. Also, Venris has said that that Norsca has been fixed, so we're probably free to go for the next monster hunt as soon as we're able. Of course, Wulfrik's too hurt right now to do it, but and got to keep that in mind. This is all fine. The ports are being upgraded. Vanaheim Mountains. I'm gonna upgrade this port, I guess. Trollfjord's kind of in an iffy position where it could get attacked, so I'm a little bit generally wary of upgrading the port there, especially since Norskins can't really defend their own territory, but anyway. Longship Husk and stuff at Monolith of Bjorkil Bloody Hand. I mean, we will eventually need to upgrade it. Do we need to do so right now, though? It won't give us anything, basically. Oh, what Sirtha Ek will need, probably... Hey, another port. What Sirtha Ek will need, probably, is a caster. I guess the question is, do we get him... I forget, can Shaman Sorcerers be on chariots? They can be on chariots, right? His sorcerer should be on a chariot. Wait, I didn't... the wrong guy. Yeah, we can. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So, then... We'll get you a caster. Shaman Sorcerer. Eagle's Blessing gives you, Spirit Leech. Dreaded Contact Effect removes immunity to Psychology. That's not bad. That's not bad. Alright, what else do we have? Cooldown, Spell Resistance. We have another one of those dreaded guys. What do we have here? Corrupt Blood, free Power Stone ability, but you're only able to use it once, so kinda meh. Hit point reduction, but Sword of Unholy Power gives you power recharge. Now this seems decent. The main issue with this would be that these guys are already pretty fragile, and losing that HP is kind of iffy. Ooh, blinded contact effect. That could be really nice with the chariots. Oh, I kind of like that. I mean, I suppose we could get him 2 sorcerers. Get them the dreaded and the blinded contact effect, and then have them move along with the chariots. We could always, if it's too much, we could always just separate them into different armies. Yeah, you know what, I like this. Let's do Chaos Illuminator with Blinded. I don't really care for Shem's Burning Gaze, but I do want the Blinded. And we will do the other thing as well. This is all going to be very, very expensive, but it'll hopefully help out. Like so, and hopefully these guys don't attack us immediately, because I would like those sorcerers to be able to do something. Ah, damn. Minus 12, man, the winds of magic are not in our favor, perhaps because the eyes of the crow are upon us, and not the eyes of the eagle. Anyway, that looks good. We have upgraded what we need, and I believe we're ready to end the turn, and oh, I lied. Trollheim Mountains, Tower of Crack. I think, oh, what I wanted to build was the Unholy Site here rather than the House of the Shunned. Which does make sense. It does give us Skinwolf capacity, but we can't build Skinwolves until tier 4 anyway, which means this isn't super useful at the current time. Probably more use out of the Unholy Site and the Chaos Shrine, which will give us a bunch of other stuff. There's also the Offerings of Slaughter, however, which we'll probably want everywhere, but the main territories... Let's also upgrade Bay of Blades while we're at it. The main territories should probably have the shrines, because they go up to tier 5 and we need them everywhere. Alright, then we will not collect the income at the Tower of Torment. Frankly, we're going to trade it away, so... That's fine. Help it. Don't collect the income. We could build some stuff at Help It, but... you know what, I'm disinclined to do so, at least for now. We could build the Unholy Site there and increase the number of Norse controls as well. Maybe we should give Sirtha Ek some Feral Manticores. They'd be able to keep pace with the chariots. I'll think about it. Do we need public order here? If we build the Ruinous Altar, which is reasonably cheap, we might be able to eventually start collecting income and help it. Once Serena Katrina is gone, it should be in a relatively safe position after all. We're at minus 12. If we change the Marauders to Builders to raise the Palisades... Oh, it's only a +2. It still won't... The corruption is too much. Wait, you're telling me the Chaos Shrine, the Ruinous Altar, provides no corruption? Really? Huh, that's surprising. Wait, what provides corruption, then? It's just the stone monolith and +5. That would outdo the corruption here, but yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough at all. I'm probably better off doing something else, then. Kinda surprising. What do we have in terms of basic corruption, just out of curiosity? -2. From buildings. Wait, what? What buildings is giving us -2 chaos corruption? Is there osmosis coming in from Gestalten? Okay, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know, I'm just gonna ignore it for now. And Prague, the last one. Let's get the Shattered Frame here because we'll be trading it away and I guess we can repair it because it's cheap anyway. Oh. Yeah, we're doing Venerate the 4 for the public order, for the campaign movement range, so that's fine. You maybe can switch to Venerate the 4 then. Rather than the construction cost reduction. That'll do. And it won't do anything for the fact that we're at +3, though, at least until we get an upgrade that gives us other corruption. Anyway, enough talking, let's end the turn. Let's see if Tsarina Katrin shows up and is willing to attempt to retake Prague. This is probably the best opportunity she will ever get, because Wulfrik is currently at half HP. Also, while the turn is ending, we did reach the engagement threshold, so this will be an hour-ish long episode, and the engagement threshold stands now at the lowered variant, 400 likes and 60 comments, and the next episode will be an hour long as well. Bok wants a non-aggression pact, but he's at war with the disciples of Kashut, who we want to be friends with to have access to their stuff. Felman Ingerson will declare war on us. Huh, go figure. Alright, well, we were expecting this to happen eventually. This isn't an ideal time for it, but after Sirthag kills off Duke Jared, and then I guess he'll move down here. Hopefully they don't go for the Bay of Blades, as that would be annoying. Alright. Oh, of course they'll go for the Bay of Blades. Damn. Oh, that's not ideal. We have basically nothing at the Bay of Blades. I really didn't want to send Wulfrik over there. We need to speed up Surtha Ecking. Okay, you two. Enter the army. Enter the army. Like so. Constructor. Sure, everybody be constructy. And this guy's still recruiting. Alright, we will need some chariots, but for now... Man, how are we gonna deal with this jerkface? Now, Felman Ingerson is the... Huh?
But the masters have sent you here to die.
Why? He's immediately able to peace out and give us 6,000 money? Okay, we'll come back to you in 10 turns and kill you. What the heck? I think... Okay, what I think happened... I'm not entirely sure about this, but this is just conjecture. The AI is unable to recognize when you have vassals, so... He declared war on us, thinking we're weak, but then promptly got war declarations from everybody that's our vassal, and just sort of panicked about the whole thing. So yeah, we'll take the 6,000 money. That was very strange. Very strange. Hopefully he'll leave our territory and won't raid it, but well, whatever. Whatever. The chaos corruption at least counteracts most of the issues. You, Sirtha. Let's get you some basic marauders. At the end of the day, we won't be able to afford too many chariots to start off with. We'll need to make more cash. Do we get him horsemen? No, I think we'll go for the chariots. No horsemen. Screw that. Why just use horsemen when you can have the horses pull chariots, right? Let's not be ridiculous here. Also, Boris. Ooh, I don't know whether we can reach you with Throggy here. Let's find out. By the looks of it, no. Alright, so Throggy, you're gonna go into regular raiding stance. We'll trade the Tower of Torment next turn. You're gonna go right here. Raiding because, oh, I wanted to raid so that he didn't lose his mana, but we get +10 from raiding and -12 from the local win, so it does absolutely nothing for us. I mean, I guess it makes his army cheaper. Go into raiding camp then. And then, Morkaka, you're still following along. You could do the same thing, but frankly, your army is already fine. And go here and we'll leave the Tower of Torment as it is. I don't know whether we care about the sparring fields. I mean, we might want to replace it with the money building to trade it to make it worth more, just out of curiosity. No, it's already worth... Yeah, this guy already can't pay for it, so that's fine. Guys, what are you doing? Go kill this. Don't let Clan Ferric grab the monolith of Festerlang, please. Oh, these idiots. Alrighty, anyway. Lamont Dahl. There's a C-Corps here, but I'm willing to bet you can't grab it, so you're gonna go here and try to cut Mr. Boris off. He's by himself, and the Cold Voider should be able to kill him off as needed by itself. And, ooh. Hello. We got a Dolgan Rebels here. See location of interest we will bypass, at least until Throg heads on southward. Alright, then what we'll do... I guess we could use... Oh, right, Wulfrik's still hurt. Would we be able to auto-resolve this? I hope so. I'd like for Wulfrik to be able to keep moving, so go here. We'll use Sith Wallbreaker to attack Volksgrad, and we'll hope that there isn't another army out here. Oh, right, there's also the Maws of Savagery that we want to put into the army. Okay, this won't kill anything. Auto-resolve. Decent bit of damage, but, well. And then we'll occupy the place. Like so, and we will, I guess, get rid of the loot pile and don't collect the income and then replace it with a money-making building. Another Marauder's loot bag, which is great. Just, not sure who we give this to right now. Wulfrik, I would like you to go into ambush. I guess we got one unit here who could potentially recruit and attack Volksgrad. What's the likelihood Serena Cat? Well, I mean, you know what? We're kind of in range here. Here's what we'll do. We'll put you into ambush. And, oh, I'd actually like for you to be... let me see if I can do this right. Go right here. I wanted him to be in ambush, but near to Prague. Now, this guy attacks you. You're just out of range. Wulfrik, damn. Oh. Wait, what? Is one in range of the other, but the other's not? One of them might have a bonus, an increase to their range. Why do I see two circles? Like under Wulfrik. Is it me or do I see two circles? Or maybe one is the bigger variant for any bonuses he has? I really don't want Morkaka to die after all this, but I do want Wulfrik to reinforce. What if we move, like, right here? I mean, what's the likelihood that this guy actually attacks? Ah, wait. Maybe. Or maybe not. No, but to stay in this territory, I want the bonus movement range from the Venerate the 4. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it, and I'm gonna hope we won't lose Morkaka to this. Morkaka, go into Clan Mother now. And we'll... well, actually, no. If we ever use you to attack, we'll still want Takers of All, so let's get that. Alright, and then we'll move into that afterwards. Next up, we are... I believe good. Surtha is still recruiting. We could actually switch commandments so he can recruit faster and more, can't we? Where was it? It is not raise the palisades, not summon... yeah, summon the chieftains. Local recruitment capacity and unit experience rate. Although that is kind of negligible, to be fair. Alright, next up, building. Any tier 2s. Not the building... not the main settlements. Oh. Monolith of Katam. Let's go you Longship Builder. And we should have the tier 3s everywhere, so Clan Enclave should probably be done. So this place is kind of exposed and could potentially be attacked. I'll think about it. Let's see if we have other places that need to build stuff. Trophy Yard, we're ignoring you. Kelpit, similar issue with you, at least until you're nice and corrupted. Sarling, Campit is fine. Beyblades is ready to upgrade. Yeah, the only thing to do is to possibly upgrade the Monolith of Katam, so that's what we'll do. Just gotta keep an eye on our cash. Also, if we're gonna get you the Maws of Savagery, we'll need to move something out of this army, but I'm not entirely sure what. We need the Marauder Hunters for hunts. I suppose we could get rid of the Beast of Tashanar, but they've been quite useful. Guess we could get rid of one of the Marauders with great weapons, and by get rid of, I mean transfer them to Slith Wallbreaker. For now, though, this is ludicrously expensive, so we'll wait until before a fight. Building upgrade available, skip. Outpost available, skip. Damage building, skip. Let's go to Diplomacy. And Great Orthodoxy wants us to kill Borosursus. That's kind of funny, considering they don't like the fact that we're killing Borosursus, but they're giving us a mission to do so. Wait, does this mean they're at war now? Moment. Oh, they're at war now. Oh, this is actually probably a good thing. Because... wait, no, they still condemn... they condemn military actions and war with Borosursus, but they're at war with Borosursus. Very interesting dynamics, game. Anyway, let's... okay, I don't know why I decided to talk to Talman. A Pestilence, we need to see the diplomacy of everybody. Quick deal. Clan Ferric, no friend, sorry. Sorry, little ratties. We'll be playing our own little rat campaign relatively soon, so, you know. High Court nearly wants to peace out, and I'm willing to bet they do it for Prague. But... I mean... let me just think about this. Yeah, but then we need this. What if we take Nivkazi and plus... wait, let me just think about this. I mean, even if we do peace out with them, we wouldn't want to peace out with them right now, would we? We'd want to take these territories and then take the time to move in, and grab the Gormadni tribe, and destroy Clan Ferric, and then head up to Wulfrik... head up to Archaon. Even if the peace with these guys is temporary, it would allow them to recover, but I don't think we care that much. Also, I'm not actually sure I want Katrin's defeat trait on Wulfrik, because... oh, actually, he already has Frostbite application. Oh, but is that from his weapon? No, is that just something he has? Oh, it's from the Ancient Frost Dragon skill. If we remove this from him, he no longer has it. Ah. So the issue with this is that, once again, there are better things to have than Frostbite. Anyway, let's find out. End turn. And hopefully Wulfrik will heal up to full, and then... Where are you going, Kastalton? Wait, you're not at war with the Ice Court, are you? We need Kislev. Don't go down there. Kastalton, relax. Well, on the bright side, if he's standing beside Prague, he's not, he's guarding it, at least for now. And I guess that'll allow us to head on up here. Alright, hello. Oh, this thing again. The every 30 turns event. I believe we checked this last time, and it is the same type, and the Ogres and Vampire Coast seem to be the best one, just because of the constant casualty or punishment rate and growth. The other ones, there are some good stuff. Diplomatic with the Demons of Chaos, that's not gonna happen. This one has Chaos Dwarf bonus as well, and construction cost and time reduction. This one's pretty solid as well, but is it as good as the growth? And the construction replenishment, or casualty replenishment rate. 25% is a significant... Can we do without the additional replenishment rate? And the growth. I mean, maybe we can. 30 turns? Let's try trade with the Chaos Dwarfs. I'm excited to meet the Disciples of Hashut and hopefully get them friendly, so we'll do this, at least for now. Not what I was expecting, but we'll do it. And grow your forces, treasury plus 70 and a free Razor standard. Thank you, thank you. Capture 2,000 battle captives, and we'll get this for 10 turns. Lovely. Nemesis Crown. Huh, should we go after the Nemesis Crown? Maybe. Oh. I wonder, as I recall, factions that hold the Nemesis Crown are beloved by Dark Elves. Could get some Dark Elf vassals. Malice is probably not going to happen because he doesn't like us, but there are other Dark Elves. And Duke Jared is maxed out with 20 frickin' units now. Oh man, alright, Cirtha, get yourself some chariots. And hopefully this guy won't move away to attack something else. We also probably got 10 turns until these guys redeclare war on us, and wait, they're liking us now? This is so weird. Alright, are you... No, you're not at war with these guys, so where are you headed, Kastalton? Kind of just standing beside Prague. I suppose if we give him Prague right now, it'll sort of fix the situation. Anyway, you can reach Novkazi, but I'm willing to bet you can't do both. Alright, so here's what we'll do. We'll send you, Wolfie, up here. Then... Oh, probably could have... whatever. I don't see Serena Catron around. Go Slith Wallbreaker, go hit plus, because this should be auto-resolvable, because there's not really anything there. Once again, Wulfrik will take damage, but that's life. Auto-resolve. Yep. Hey, a Forbidden Rod, that was worth our time. And Occupy again, because this will be traded to our ally. Then, what's the likelihood? Yes, you can reach Novkazi. Fan-frickin-tastic. I don't mean that to sound sarcastic. Anyway, enemy killed in battle, Grigor Kiryakin, good. Forbidden Rod for Slith. Another Cathay Slave Dancers. Oh, I should have given the Cathay Slave Dancers to Cirtha Ek. I forgot. Oh, no. No, Ruinous. You forgot the ancillaries. Yeah, you played yourself. Marauder Brute. Greg's Beast Tamer does nothing for us. Where there are the... Morkaka and Fenrir's... Why does Fenrir's Chosen have one? No, don't do that. Anything else income from post-battle loot? I'm pretty sure this has to go to a lord, so let's take one away from, I don't know, Scorcus. And... I was gonna give the war banner to somebody, but I no longer remember who it was. Martyr Berserker buff, and the rest is fine. Also, Cirtha, we can give you some items. Let's get you a Fimir Hammer. Magical Chariot, yes please. Speed for the Chariot. Marauder's Loot Bag, yes please. Oh, we've gotten a few things here. Let's get Biting Blade and Sword of Battle. Fuse them up into a Brass Cleaver. Fantastic. Not necessarily for you, but a Brass Cleaver would be nice for Throg. It would be nice for Wulfrik. It would be nice for lots of folks. Anyway, we were continuing. We need armor and we need an enchanted item. Actually, we don't... Wow, we have like no armor whatsoever. Damn. Fenrir is chosen as a charmed shield. We're going to give this to you, sir. And actually, funnily enough, the Opal Amulet would probably be better for you, but You know what? I think, at least for one battle, we're actually going to give him the Opal Amulet. Or the Dawnstone. No, the Dawnstone won't help against the Grail Knights. I'm worried about the Grail Knights surrounding him and killing him. Because Chariot versus Grail Knights is, let's just say, a bad matchup. Anyway, Marauders and Marauder Ice Wolves. Like so. Alright, that should be a viable enough stack for us to be getting on with. Wolfie, what do we have at Nipkazi? Not a lot of units, but I think we can't risk auto-resolving again since we're badly hurt now. You will get... Rent a Lightning Strike if we want it. I'll get my Asthma for now for looting and sacking. Wulfrik, you yourself did not level up, but Fenrir's Chosen did, which will give him Ruinous Flesh, which is incidentally my favorite kind of flesh. And Fimir Balefiend, you will get Replenished Troops, because really, really we need it. And then you're gonna hit Nipkazi. And then we'll have to find the, and it is still auto-resolve. Ah, no, it'll kill all the beasts, brutes of the hand, rather. Alright. Alright, you know what? What do these guys have in terms of range units? Some. Wulfrik, just for fun. War Mammoth. There we go. We'll do a little mammoth action, a little cinematic mammoth action, since we have to fight this anyway. Go. Alrighty, here we go. Just a little fight to start the day, but Wulfrik will do it on his mammoth and enjoy himself a little bit. Ooh, love those carved, I don't know what to call those things, on the mammoth's tusks. I wonder if it's carved into the tusk itself or if there's something just on the tusk. I don't know, but it looks pretty great. Anyway, we got Wulfrik, he's got his mammoth, and he's just watching from up here. Sadly not using his sword, and could probably use a couple drummers up here to actually, you know, do the drum work for him. But anyway. I do feel like Wulfrik, I mean, this is a pretty big howdah he's got. It's basically a ship. He could definitely have a few marauders chucking spears from down there if he wanted to, or something. But, you know, it's an old lord, so that it's hardly surprising that it's not super fancy compared to the new stuff. Anyway, this should be a pretty easy fight. We're going to head on in. Going to start the battle off with a Sea Fang activation, and then send in the Marauder Champions. This is the summoned unit of Marauder Champions, who will get charged by Kosovo Dervishes and hit by many an arrow, but that's hardly concerning. Wulfrik will wait on in and activate his Frost Dragon Scale and just start destroying piles of units, or stomping them with his mammoth. Alright, and charging back into some armored Kausars and an enemy Boyar as well. The mammoth looks everything look tiny by comparison. And with the Sword of Torgold, we're hitting for 920, which is pretty solid. And there we go. Kosovo Dervishes, I don't think they are even capable of slightly damaging the mammoth. Enemy Lord is down to a quarter of its HP, and battle should be just about ours very shortly. Not much else to see, but, well, if we are to avoid casualties, we gotta fight it anyway, so why not watch the mammoth do a little work. Enemy Lord will rout with 5% HP remaining, and will simply finish it off, no wink, with the Marauder Hunters with javelins. The Patriarch will sort of just very slowly step away. Oh my god. His little tiny sidling little steps, I don't even know what to call it, little tip taps, as he just tries to walk away, and it just gets ripped in half. Oh my lord. That was him just trying to sneak away from Wulfrik. He's saying, oh, he can't see me. He can't see over the mammoth. His line of sight is basically non-existent. He can't see me. And then the, oh man. That was, that amused me tremendously. Anyway, there we go. Battle is ours, such as it is. Alright, there we go. Hardly a proper fight, but, well, not unexpectedly so. Just a little bit of good old-fashioned, family-friendly mammoth action. The settlement is ours, and we'll occupy... Ooh. No, but we can't move. Attempt to. Oh, a talisman of preservation. A very, very nice find. Be ashamed to lose the slave chain, but I think we gotta have the talisman of preservation. I mean, we're probably not going to sack anything here. We just gotta find Mr. Olaf Hilmarsson. Income from ports plus 10 local region whalers on the moon. They carry a harpoon. Anyway, Lamontel, sure, but also no. At least not for you. Now, just out of curiosity, Throggy boy, you have... Okay, so you didn't get the defeat trait, so you will now, immediately, currently, at this time... Province Skirt Eastern Obasi, you will kill off Boris Ursus and get his defeat trait. Like so. Out resolve. Okay, I was about to say, how did these guys manage to lose 53 Marauders? And a Talisman of Preservation. But you know what? Once again, Boris Ursus is a monster, an absolute monster, so that's hardly surprising. And, huh. What's the likelihood? Wait, you come here, Lamontal. Oh, right, we had that mission from these guys as well. Actually, speaking of missions. Ally missions, no further. You have the mission to defeat Serena Katrin, who we've seen neither hide nor hair nor sled of. Anyway, you, none. Go here. I want to see if we can make this happen. Throg move to reinforce. Beautiful. Well, I'm done now. You get the defeat trait. Don't get me wrong, it's not a great defeat trait, but, well, we are sometimes fighting other chaos-oriented factions, so why not? Nice. And another talisman. What the heck? Wait, we got the blue, the green, and the white/common version of the thing. Now we just need a purple legendary version, and we'll have we'll have all the types. Anyway, Berserker, Red Dead, Talisman of Protection, and oh, they're not wiped out. Would you please don't make us do this for you? Throggy. Now, I don't imagine Stormwrack Mount will fall. Now, the problem with this is that we have 7 turns of peace. Though maybe problem is a strong word. Here's the thing. Do we know you guys yet? Oh, they're losing territory to Grimgor. Ooh, this is possibly a good thing. If we send Throggy or somebody down there, join their wars against Grimgor and these guys, yes, Chaos Dwarf vassalage. I'm very much into it. Why do you love Kislev? No. Wow, unexpected, but, you know, a little of that ice and fire. Why not? Why not? I'm very into the whole unlikely allies thing now. Kastalton's units really doing it for me. Or specifically the Kislevite units with the Norskans. Anyway, Throggy. How then do we deal with you? Now, if we were to declare war on Tichet and, well, actually Bok the Lethal, but the clan Ferric most likely will need to fight, but I did want to swap you out. Give the chance for Wulfrik to come down here. Which is still what we should do, meaning Throg should probably set sail rather than going further in this direction. I assume that these guys are no longer at war, right? Okay, who are you at war with? Okay, just the other Kislevites, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. Alright, Throggy, if you go into March stance... Oh. Then we wouldn't be able to transfer you the Lamondel stuff, would we? We'd have to wait the turn. I guess we could raid through the territory of the... Yeah, fine. Alright, go into your Raiden camp, or... Wait, what? I'm still at -12, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, fine. Take the stuff from Lamondel, but stay in raiding? Because it reduces the cost of your army. Waste one of Throggy's turns like this, but what are you gonna do? Take from him, or the Cold Voider. What do we have to lose? I like the Fimir here. I guess lose... You know what? I'll lose both of the Marauders with great weapons. We can use the Fimir and the Cold Voider and the Javelins for the damage. I like the... Wait, what? Uh-oh. 1. Wait. There we go. It's difficult, guys. Leave me alone. Alright, and then you can take stuff from him... Oh, or the other way around. Like so. And then Lamont, we're not paying for you any further, though I do appreciate that talisman of protection you found for us. Delete you, buddy. Alright, there we go. And then Throg and Morkaka, with the growing army, can move. Alright, how are we doing out here? Oh, it's still this turn. Okay, fine. Let's see what else we got. Looks like nothing, so let's check Diplo, let's build buildings, let's go next turn, and hey, we're strength rank 1 now. We were just 6, 1 or 2 turns ago. We getting strong. Olaf Hilmerson, not who I was looking at. Anything else here interesting? Damn, the subtle torture. Oh, they would be a viable Slaneshi. Okay, you know what? Maybe we send Surthak up there. A single building would allow us to get them. They are currently at war with Crimson Skull, Decadent Host, etc. But we can recover them as long as we can take the Twisted Towers. And that would be a lot of what's necessary. Now the question is, do we peace out with these guys? I mean, it'll probably take Throg a few turns to move down here, and frankly, it might not be the worst idea in the world. Let me see here. Just give it a minute. Frozen Landing. Now, we do want Frozen Landing, but it'll be easier to trade for it. If we peace out with them, then Prague and stuff won't need to be traded away. What we can do is waste a little bit of money to... waste a little bit of money. Good job, Ruinous. And build some buildings. Man, alright, anyway. Arcane Conduit, please. And let's level everybody up and let's continue. We are... I'm just forgetting how to speak today. Or, you know, every day. Or every other day. Smoke and Mirrors, it's a lot better in SFO than it is in Vanilla. In Vanilla, I recall I basically never bother with... Well, okay, I bother with it, but because it's a passive, I don't care for it. But in SFO, 15% speed and 5 physical resistance is fairly solid. Especially since the Fimir, unlike other sorcerers, have a tendency to fight in melee. And thus you can get more mileage out of them that way. Fimir Balefins, we have 6 more turns to summon a few more, so we'll have to keep an eye on these guys. I do think I want Deranged Mind for Wulfrik, or not for Wulfrik, for Throggy. I am tempted to get a second Skinwolf Werekin, but we're kind of running out of space in Wulfrik's army. May have to let the Marauder horses go. Take out 2 Marauder horses, get the skin... I mean, they were all eventually going to get replaced by Skin Wolves anyway, so this is the appropriate unit to replace. And I guess maybe we want to save the money so that we can build the Moss of Savagery shortly. If we need to fight Grimgor or Archaon, we'll probably need them.
Where's my next quarry?
I like the other ability better than Bloodsun. It's not that Blood Greed is bad, it's just that we already have so much melee attack on these guys, but I suppose we could use you as a hero assassin. Yeah, let's get you in here. I'm still undecided on whether we should give a Throg any Werekin. I do like the idea of, or Skinwolves rather, of him having horrible regeneration on them, but since he buffs Frost Dragons, we can essentially use them as flying cavalry instead. Plus, I kind of like the idea of having Throg have an all-ice-themed army, which the Skinwolves don't really fit. What do you guys think? Anyway, for now, skip commandment available for now, at least. We'll go for Venerate the 4. How's the 4 Veneration going here? Well, at least the corruption is dropping. It's gonna take a while, though. I still find it strange that the Chaos War Shrine doesn't provide at least a little bit of Chaos Corruption. It's odd, but anyway. Damage building. We'll trade this away. But once again, this guy can't afford it already and currently, so not super big of a deal. Alright, damage building ignored, and let's end the turn. And Wulfrik, if we can heal over the next 2 turns, we'll do a monster hunt this episode. We've had 2 minor battles, and I want major battles. You... How dare you? Oh, he doesn't like us? Okay, we should give him some stuff. And maybe peace out with Serena Cat. Oh, there's Serena Catrin. You know what? I probably should have peaced her out with her last turn. She surprisingly didn't go for Prague, though. Oh, she's probably going after... we're gonna have to chase her down with Wulfrik, aren't we? Damn, I was gonna go after this guy. Nah, it's alright. And we have to swap positions anyway. Hopefully not a big deal. Oh, she's actually besieging Prague. Wulfrik can reach it, though, which is funny. It will force him to get the defeat tray, but what are you gonna do? And I'm assuming she will... No, she's still willing to peace out. And is willing to give us more money now. We could destroy her army. Yeah, but... more likely than not she'd run, right? Or would she? Maybe she wouldn't. Oh, these guys are at war with the Chaos Dwarfs too. Oh, I don't like that. Crimson Skull destroyed. Urson Revivalist. Okay, yeah, that one that was always going to happen. Research technology. Oh, that's good. And we're negative in stuff now. Oh, I think we got to fight this now. I mean, Sirtha can keep building. And the thing I'm worried about is this guy running away, like moving away from this territory. I don't know whether he'd move away right now, but I'm not sure that we should risk him doing so. Oh, actually, wait. I just realized something. Can he actually move away? If we declare war, there will be a zone of control because he's standing outside of the settlement. There is that. Yeah, these guys are still very much vassalizable. Actually, just out of curiosity, if we join your war against the Decadent Host, they'd be willing to do it immediately. Granted, the Decadent Host would immediately come for us. We could move Sirtha Ek out there and have a little bit of Slaaneshi action. Maybe even immediately try to peace out with the Decadent Host by... they're not at war with anybody else, though. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Could we get you to fight anybody, like the Ice Court? No. Alright. It was an interesting thought. Anyway, for now, Sirtha Ek, you are going to get a little something. I guess for this one battle, we should probably give you Dominating Presence. Or we can get your Voice of the Dark Gods. We also have to decide who exactly... I mean, in theory, Chariots should be Slaaneshi. But Discouraged Imbuement is kind of garbage. And it's only 30 seconds as well. Although the melee defense is nice for when Chariot gets caught. Enemy leadership reduction, meh. Hit points ain't bad. 40% speed from Tzeentch. Man, Tzeentch and 12% and 12 melee defense. Damn, it feels like and magical attacks. It feels like Tzeentch gives better stuff for the Chariots. Then there's the Crow, though. We get regeneration, missile resistance, and armor, which would also be on a Chariot. Can't do Khorne. Can't do Khorne because Berserk is terrible for a Chariot Lord. It'll just get him killed. Huh. Alright, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. We gotta dedicate the EVER-CHARIOT to somebody. Anyway, for now, we're going to take Dominating Presence. Then we're going to declare war on you because we can't leave you here because you're annoying. And we will do this. Alright, Castalton's refused to join the war, but he can't devassalize right now. And it's not a big deal. At the end of the day, he'll love us once we trade him like 1,000,000 territories. Then we will have Mr. Sirtha attack this and try out those Ice Wolf Chariots. Ooh, wait, did we get any new item for him to get an enchanted item? We could give him the Talisman of Protection, but I'm kind of wary of accidentally losing it. Brass Cleaver won't help the Chariots over much, and no, it doesn't look like it. Razor Standard on him? No, that definitely has to go to Wulfrik, assuming he doesn't already have one, which he does not. Whalers income from port's local region. Why not? Alright. Just because. Alright, let's do this. We're at war. This guy can't move. I'm just wondering whether we should attack with the settlement or with Sirtha. Does it matter? Let's find out. Guess it not. Alright, so they have the Grail Knights and 2 more Knights of the Realm, and a unit of Knights of the Blazing Sun, as well as Mortars. The Battle Pilgrims are a lot more threatening in SFO, especially with Veterancy, than they are in Vanilla. Solid melee defense and attack stats, but the Chariots shouldn't have much trouble with them, as long as we can keep the Grail Knights off the Chariots' backs. That's what's going to probably decide the battle. Anyway, either way, away.
For the gods!
Alrighty, for the gods indeed, bear witness to the rise of the EVER-CHARIOT Sirtha Ek. Now, What do you guys think? Do we build just Marauder Ice Wolf chariots, or do we combine regular Marauder chariots with the Ice Wolf chariots? Is there actually a point to the Marauder chariots if you have Ice Wolf chariots, which apply the frostbite on hit? I think the Marauder Ice Wolf, or the regular Marauder chariots, have a slightly more armor, just very, very slightly, at the cost of, I want to say, lower speed and maybe slightly higher weapon strength, but with no missile damage whatsoever. I'm just not sure whether there is a reason to use them when we can use these guys instead. But we could, just for variety's sake, even if they are a somewhat weaker version of the chariot. Anyway, we're gonna have to wait a little bit for Sirthag to join the fray, as we are going to need our reinforcements for this particular battle. Now, unfortunately, his debut battle will be a choke point battle, meaning we probably won't actually get much use out of the chariots here. If the enemy didn't have all this cav blocking us off, we could simply charge through the enemy infantry lines, but the cav will prevent it, and thus we're going to need to play it a little bit differently and take advantage of the choke point. I mean, I guess generally speaking, this is quite a bit in the enemy's favor. They've got mortars to lay down fire upon the choke points, as well as those darn Grail Knights who are going to have to somehow figure out a way to deal with. Anyway, we've deployed this thusly. We have 2 units of Marauder Champions and a unit of Chaos Warriors of Khorne out front, and the reason they're out front is because they're part of the garrison and their losses don't matter over much. The Khornate Warriors, shields up and armored, will lead the way forward as the Marauders move in behind them, and we try to rush basically one side of the choke. I'm hoping that if we have sufficient units here, that most of the enemy army will peel away to defend one side of the choke point, and then we'll be able to get the chariots moving around. Though for now, the Grail Knights, the most threatening unit on the enemy team, is just guarding there. Alright, here come at least some of the chariots getting a little bit of a charge, and obviously they're not going to be able to accelerate over much since they had to move through our own troops, which interfered with them, but get at least a little bit of a charge in there before we go, and before the enemy knights move on in. We're getting blocked out by tons of spears and those flagellants and the battle pilgrims. And here come the Grail Knights as well. We're going to do our best to focus them down with our Marauder Hunters of Javelins. They've been so critical throughout this campaign, and they're going to definitely be needed to focus those Grail Knights down. Spirit Leech going down on them as well, and we've separated our Javelins into focusing them and the other Knights, who, by the looks of it, will be getting tons of sort of cycle charges going. It does look like at least some of the enemy units have peeled away from their leftmost choke points, so we're going to send the Doggos in first, which were hiding in the trees, to silence at least one enemy unit of mortars. We also sent the Manticore in, but unfortunately the enemy pretty much instantly reacted to it with the Knights of the Realm, and with another unit of Knights of the Realm, so we can't deal with them, and thus we can't send our chariots in yet either. I suppose there is one good thing about the Marauder Ice Wolf chariots, is that they can actually chuck axes at the enemy periodically. Actually, would like you to check your axes, guys. Axes. What's a reload time on you? I mean, damn. I know they throw them occasionally because they have a few kills and a little bit of damage. Reload time is 8 seconds, huh? Alright, well, either way, I'm not so sure that they're firing them right now, but they will eventually. Here come the Grail Knights moving right through our lines of Marauders, as if they're not even there. The mass and the charge on those darn Grail Knights allows them to move right into the middle of our formation. Nearly 2,000 mass. Damn. Grail Knight units have more mass than chariots do. I mean, hardly surprising, but damn. That explains why they charged on in. Now, whether that was a good idea, I'm not so sure. They did manage to bring down a unit of Ice Wolf chariots, but they're now trapped in a place where Spirit Leech and tons of Javelins are going to make them feel some pain. Demigods or not, you're gonna have to back up. There's only so many javelins you can take. Another Searing Doom comes down right in the middle of the enemy formation, leaving a pretty darn big hole there. And the balance of power with that, I believe, shifts to our favor. Very slightly as yet, mind you. And we still haven't been able to deal with most of the enemy mortars and the handgunners which have been firing upon us this entire time. But we're working on it. Unfortunately, the Knights of the Realm just won't leave this Feral Manticore alone and are continuing to chase it down, but we are refusing to sort of give battle to them unless they surround and destroy it. Plus, frankly, the Manticore leading away a full unit of Knights is pretty darn worth our time. The Grail Knights may have backed up, but there is the other 2 units of Knights of the Realm and the Knights of the Blazing Sun here. Looking pretty darn fantastic as they do. But every time they charge in, they take a few more javelins to the face, and a few more of their knights drop down now to 10% HP and 20 of their units. A couple more javelins, we'll see them booking it on out of there and abandoning the unbreakable flagellants and battle pilgrims, who will fight to the last. Looks like one of the mortars has also foolishly moved close enough for our javelineers to obliterate. They may not have a lot of range, but it's enough at least to deal with this unit when it's close up. And if only we could get the handgunners to close the distance as well, because they're being quite annoying. Oh, but here comes yet another unit of Knights of the Realm. The Manticore still being chased over there, and I wanted to move the chariots in, but it looks like no dice as yet. The enemy lord is also fighting in the middle of the fray, and Surthak is holding the line as well on his own chariot. Although he's a little bit better in melee than the regular Ice Wolf chariots are. Alright, and as the enemy knights charged in, they were nearly full HP, and they lose about 2/3 of said HP. Gonna attempt a little bit of another cycle charge, but lose more knights for their trouble. More Spirit Leeches coming down from our mage as we go after the enemy lord. And finally turn the choke point to our favor, even if we didn't get to use the chariots. Speaking of the chariots, they're just waiting for the knights to charge on in and not threaten them and allow them to go for the handgunners, but the knights waited so long, unfortunately, that there isn't too much we can do. Surthak charges back in, and look at all those javelins fly. And alright, looks like the Knights of the Realm will back off once again. A few of them will drop to javelin hits to the back. And they'll just keep cycle charging. Not much else they can do but to keep attempting it, even if it doesn't really work out so well for them. Quick little cycle charge and then backing out as they take massive amounts of damage. And by the looks of it, with the enemy knights exhausted, the enemy army, or broken, the enemy army is just the handgunners at this point. Here come the Ice Wolf chariots at last. I mean, you can't see them chuck their axes. I mean, you can see their the Marauder riders, whatever, actually use their axes. But wait, have they run out of any ammunition? Yeah, they've used it. Yeah, okay, they have used their ammunition. Okay, I just missed it when they were actually chucking their axes. And they can only chuck their axes forward. They're fire while moving, so that's good for chasing. But they are not able to fire in all directions, which means they do have to either chase things down or head towards the enemy, or sort of provide a little fire support. Anyway, there we go with that. The enemy army will shatter and the battle will be ours. Even though the chariots weren't able to get a charge in through the choke point, they will at least clean... Oh, I saw an axe go flying. There we go. They will at least chase the enemy down and hopefully allow us to auto-resolve the remnants of the enemy force. These things are quite good at obliterating enemy runners. Alrighty, there we go. We were hoping for a proper fight, and damn well did we get one there. If nothing else, though annoying, the rogue army, I mean, we can still be thankful to them for giving us a very nice fight, and well, a proper sort of debut introduction for Surtha Ek, the EVER-CHARIOT. Now, we got a solid amount of damage from only 50k from only 2 uses of Searing Doom right in the middle of that blob, while the choke point didn't work for us in the sense that we weren't able to use the chariots as much as we would obviously like to, and them only doing about as much damage as the marauders, well, more than a couple of units, but at least the blob allowed us to hit them very hard with the Searing Doom. Once again, we got to give it up to the various units of marauder hunters with javelins, as the knights would have been just ludicrously difficult to bring down without them. Chariots mostly provided range support, as the marauder ice wolf chariots have axe throwers on them, rather than their good old-fashioned chariot charges, but we'll be seeing many of those in the future. And oh wow, Surtha, how'd you get 13k kill? Damn, 13k damage on 135 kills. Wait, Surtha Ek got the most kills out of everybody. Well, that's kind of shocking, considering he didn't get any chariot charges. He was just kind of in the middle of the fray. Well, good job to him. We are going to sacrifice those captives. And man, I'm still undecided. The chariot, I mean, he's already quick on the chariot, and we could probably build him out to be even quicker. Hey, nice. Norscan war... No. Game. Why would you do this? Marauder chariot, of course, not Norscan warhorse. What is this madness? Yeah, anyway. Regeneration and poison attacks on a chariot would be very, very nice. The melee defense and the speed are great, but once again, do we actually need the speed? I mean, Surtha does have a need for speed. Let's get that out of the way. He absolutely does. However, oh, so this basically replaces his red line completely. Oh, I guess that's true for all the Marauder Lords. Huh. And these buffs are nothing crazy. This makes actually Marauder Chieftain Lords significantly weaker than regular Lords, doesn't it? Well, I was gonna use one for each champion, and then mostly Fimir Miracle Lords because they add sorcery to the mix. Yeah, it's a little bit weak in the buffs that they get. I mean, compared to a regular lord that gets like plus 12 melee attack, plus 12 melee defense, etc, 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 you have to pick one, and it's like a third of or a quarter of the buffs that you would normally get for a regular lord of pretty much any other faction, which is a little bit odd. I think these need a little bit of a touch-up. But anyway, or give you the ability to pick all 4 as an undivided lord. But anyway, I mean, I guess maybe, well, no. I was about to say an undivided lord would be too strong, but no, it would probably then be roughly on par with well, maybe a little bit stronger than another lord. But anyway, I'm kind of leaning towards Crow for Surtha, just for the regeneration, and poison attacks is nice as well. Weapon strength reduction enemy armies in local region would also help his chariots move on in without getting damaged. As odd as it may seem to not go for Slaanesh, it's just that the buffs from it aren't all that great specifically for a chariot. Khorne not so much, and Tzeentch just doesn't feel quite right, even though speed and melee defense. Once again, I'd love your guys' opinion on it. We'll save his points for now, because we could immediately go into the into this. And we also will have to kill you off. Let's go Spirit Leech, Life Leeching, and... oh, damn, the army's still gonna need a Fimir, isn't it? Alright, we'll keep a Fimir with the melee contingent, because otherwise we have garbage for casualty replenishment rate. Damn. Alright, either way, you're going to be spamming Spirit Leech like all day, all the time, so please do so, and you're gonna be spamming Searing Doom all day, all the time. Well, Gehenna's Golden Hounds as well. Not that we have any mana, because our mana everywhere is garbage. Anyway, kill this.
Annihilation!
And I'll resolve it, and it'll kill off one of our poor little marauders. That is unfortunate. Alright, fine. Retreat.
Enslave the Southerners. Tribesmen.
I don't know why I decided to retreat. Let's just do it. I'm gonna have to play this manually real quick. Alright. I was retreating because I was thinking I'll just do it between the episodes so that we don't waste time on screen, but frankly we could just max speed through this. It shouldn't be an issue. Just gotta keep Sirtha X safe since he's damaged, and get the Grail Knights and Co. to chase the Marauder Chariots. I'm gonna hit him with a few Spirit Leeches or whatnot. Start deployment to move... I mean, we actually don't want the trees interfering with us, so we will do this, like so, and like so. We'll keep the... maybe a little bit further, just so that they don't get hit too hard by the cav. Sirtha Ek, you're just gonna hide in the woods there. And then you guys are going to be room 1, 2, group, that's the one. And, oh, I didn't mean to put Sirtha there. And then let's see, Chariot group 3, Chariot group 4. Alright, start deployment, move forward, go here, Chariots move here, Chariots move here. We'll see if the Knights give direct chase to them or not, and we'll speed it up. Gonna get hit with mortars a few times, but it shouldn't matter over much. And let's see, will these guys go for the Chariots? Alright, just gotta be careful to max speed, as a single charge from Grail Knights, even heavily damaged Grail Knights, would be still pretty devastating. You go forward, and do we want to overcast this? Not too much mana used. I'm gonna speed it back up real quick. There it is. There it is. And you guys go into whatever and then hit these guys. And they should be screwed. Chariots, melee charge the mortars, and you guys go distract those Knights of the Realm, at least for now. Alright, Grail Knights should be done shortly. Alright, Spirit Leech 1 is done. Hit him with another. Beautiful. And those guys should be done for. Oh, I'm still fighting. Not for much longer, though. Spirit Leech and Javelineers will take care of them. And as soon as they're done, which is right about now, we all turn to hit the other Knights. Chariots will charge them as well right after they've dealt with the mortars. And we have another Spirit Leech available. Not yet. You Marauders can back off so that you don't die. For now, at least, Sirtha will need them. Rest of the Marauders can sort of group up here. Mage, hit them with a Shem's Burning Gaze, and then... Oh. What the heck? Oh, wrong mage. Okay, well... You need to be careful now. Let's have you all go. Chariots are done. You can charge this. Sirtha, you can come on out and play. Not for long, though, I'd wager. Alright, and we got another Spirit Leech available. I don't think we need to kill these guys to a man, but why not? Let's have the Chariots chase him down. And they can chase cavalry pretty well, unlike regular chariots, because they can throw axes into their backs while they do so. So that'll be another little use for these guys. Nice. Alrighty, now this army is destroyed. I'm so annoyed by them having spawned into the middle of our territory. Our money was finally fixed. We were now positive, and now the cost of Sirtha X new force will mean that we are not so much. Oh well. What can you do? Let us then take the money again. We will want to move Scarecrow Banner, and I mean, we'll want to recruit again. You know what, Sirtha, are you able to reach Trollfjord? You are not. You know what, go into raiding camp stance and raid our own territory. Wait, how much? 7-6. It doesn't really change anything, but it will allow you to heal more while moving southward. The thing is, if we declare war on Sigvald in order to vassalize these guys, and by the looks of it, we shall. Wait. Yeah, I think this will work. Wait, just give me a second. I'm trying to think about how to do this properly. Again, you join war against the Decadent Host in the Ag Hole for vassalage, trade agreement, and money. And hopefully we can get them to survive. Alright, do it. Siggy will come down with a full stack, most likely, and I imagine his army is here. Oh, maybe I should have sent Sirtha. Well, I guess he could go by the sea. Do this. Like so, and since you're a vassal, you also give us vision, which is also a good thing. Then, what I'd like to see, Siggy... Okay, now, he's not willing to immediately peace out. Too bad, but oh well. And you are no longer at war with him, so you're not in danger of dying, at least until Malice decides to declare war upon you. Which is fine. Alright, now we got 3 out of the 4 gods available to us. As long as we can maintain this faction, keep it alive, we'll be able to use their vassalage in order to get us units. Then, Wolfie, I would like you to proceed as close to Prague as you can. damaged though you are, and you're gonna have to fight in march stance, but it is what it is. We'll take the extra few seconds to see if we can knock Serena Catrin out. Or, you know what I mean. Let's hope that she doesn't run. Are you in range, Wolfie? I think you are. She will not run. Beautiful. Beautiful. Her army won't be destroyed because, well, we're in march stance, but it will give us a fight. Also, this episode is going on, so once again, I'm just going to quick save so that we don't have to, if the game crashes. PTSD from recording an hour-long episode and the game crashing. Anyway, go. Alrighty, we'll give you blood, sir, but you're gonna have to wait at least a little bit as Wulfrik still has to arrive on the field. Fortunately, the enemy won't take the opportunity to destroy the tiny amount of garrison units that we have at Prague and will allow Wulfrik to enter the field. Now, we are going to have to be a little bit careful here. The enemy does have a full stack with a decent pile of regiments of renown. And they have Ulrika, they have Serena Catrin, and I do believe they still have her Ice Guard that she starts with as well. Plus, for those that watch the Kislev campaign, you'll know how devastatingly effective the Watchmen in the night can be. We had these units act as essentially a sort of a linchpin for an entire army. And they killed many, many thousands of orcs and gobos. Anyway, we're going to speed this up as we take positions. We are going to have two sort of flanking formations. Our Weirkin, Fenrir's Chosen, will lead the Beasts of Tashnar and two of our Marauder Horsemen on one side, at least until... the speed makes it look silly. At least until we are ready to send the Weirkin in with additional Skin Wolves. Yeah, we'll get you skin wolves. Don't worry, you get pets. You get pets. Alrighty. Anyway, and then on the other side, we'll have the other units of Marauder Horsemen with a unit of Warhounds. The more elite units are over on the right flank because the right flank has the enemy Winged Lancers, whereas the left flank has only Kosovo Dervishes, and, well, we should have no problem dealing with them. Rest of our army is up in the center. Wulfrik will make it forward, probably going to get hit with a Death Frost, as we've learned from the previous battle. But a single Death Frost is certainly worth it to be able to hit the enemy line with a nice Sea Fang. There we go. Doesn't go quite as long as I would have liked to have hit the Watchman in the night, but does take about 70% of the HP off a unit of armored and unarmored Kossars. Now, if we... No, okay, I was wondering whether the enemy would just stay there and allow us to hit him again, but no, they are sufficiently annoyed and will head towards us, and was going to move in forward with our Frost Shaman, or Frost Shaman? That's not a thing. With our Shaman Sorcerer of Metal, but he gets hit with an Ice Sheet and a Death Frost and Frostbite from the Ice Guard. That's a heck of a combination. This is a chariot moving at 23 move speed, slower than a damn zombie. And we're gonna have to get it the heck out of there, or at the very least send some troops in to help, lest we lose the mage. Wulfrik is still hanging around and will probably try to head towards Serena Catrin, depending on whether she will run. Looks like the Kosovo Dervishes have managed to catch the Sorcerer, but hopefully we'll be able to deal. Out here, the Winged Lancers have rushed into the Fenrir's... have rushed into the Horsemen led by Fenrir's Chosen. Though I am quite wary of the Winged Lancers as well. Again, the Kislev campaign saw those guys just get absolutely ludicrous numbers of kills. Alrighty. And some incredibly epic charges. There we go, they are surrounded now by Marauder Horsemen, and these are the horsemen with axes so they can fight in melee, and with these guys being shock cavalry, surrounded is not where they want to be. Out here we got more cavalry moving on in, but Manny will hold them off with the power of mammoths. While Wulfrik continues to attempt to hunt down Serena Catrin, he did charge through an enemy unit and used his Frost Dragon Scale, which did allow him some damage and kills by virtue of this bloody spot remaining in the of some of the enemies, and he will reach at least close enough to Serena Catrin. I think one good thing about the Mammoth that you don't have on the that you don't have on the horse is that the mammoth has enough mass to actually charge through enemy lines. Like, whether it be enemy troops or whatever, it's hard to stop the frickin' mammoth from doing whatever it pleases. It's got 10,000 mass. And on the horse, Wulfrik will get stuck on even basic units, and will have to attempt to break through them or use spells to do so. Anyway, we've broken through the enemy line, used Hunter of Champions on Serena Catrin to stop her in her tracks, and brought her down as well. The rest of the battle has begun to shift in our favor as the balance of power is at about 70% ours now. Ulrich, I believe, is still plinking away at us with her bow, but we'll be firing back with our Marauder Hunters. And alright, most of those javelins are gonna miss, but at least some will hit. Especially considering the sheer amount of damn, all the dirt and dust kicked up by the sheer number of javelins. Alright, it looks like a lot of the enemies are in by our blood now. The Marauder Berserkers absolutely ripping into those Cossars in a pretty ideal sort of matchup for the Berserkers, though the Brutes of the Hound once again have gotten massive amounts of damage to them, dropping down to about 10% HP fighting the enemy Armored Cossars. Armored Cossars with great weapons, I should say. Once again, the Brutes of the Hound are not really meant as mainliners, but we don't have enough melee in this army to sort of allow them to flank the enemy. And thus their lack of melee damage really does begin to tell. Otherwise, it looks like the enemy army will break and the battle will be ours. Ulrika gets brought down by the javelins, and, well, we should be able to chase down most of the enemy army. Beautiful. I do notice that Wulfrik's speed is only 55, though, on the Mammoth, so he is a lot slower, if nothing else. But he does have the mass. Once again, more likely than not, I'll probably switch between the mounts periodically. Anyway, with that, Serena Catrin's army is destroyed, and we're going to try to take Kislev itself, and then peace out, and then head east for a little while. Alright, there we go, another solid fight, and by the looks of it, we did pretty well in avoiding casualties. The settlement garrisons tend to help out with that, because we could just send them into the enemy, have more damage be done to them. Especially for a settlement garrison that we are going to trade. Serena Catrin falls and will give us about 3,000 gold for our trouble. And we'll then back away with the remnants of her army, though they're not much remnants. Also, Mountain Scout. Do we have one? Ooh, another Fear of Aramar, Stone of Power. Trade with the Chorfs, and that's another 10 turns. Oh. Okay, it's 14 turns. Okay, good. I thought it might overwrite the other version. Anyway, you have a Mountain Scout, but I think Throggy does not, and he probably should. Lose the Varag's Beast Tamer. Get the, well, not the Scarecrow banner. What was I looking for? Mountain something. Mountain Scout. Alrighty, and I was going to give that Razor Standard to Wulfrik, so we should probably do so. Lose the... I like all of this. Guess we're going to have to lose the Berserker buff. You're not going to have that many Berserkers in the first place. Marauder, Brute, no, Razor Standard. And there you go. And we'll build a Khorne-focused army with Berserkers and Blackjack, etc. Anyway, Wulfrik, go into Prague, I guess, since you're here, and since we've been forced to divert. I do see another army running around there, but we might want to... Ooh, 5,000 gold, eh? Not willing to become our vassal, unfortunately, but we do have to occupy Kislev. I wonder if they'd still be willing to peace out after we occupied Kislev. I also wonder how this technology works, in the sense that... Okay, first, speaking of technology, grab Scavengers of the New World, because we'll want the post-battle loot from Pillaging of the Lizardmen. And as a sort of, you know, to presage our arrival in Lustria, as soon as these guys stop keeping Wulfrik constantly busy. It's gonna happen, guys, believe me. Oh, man. Okay, also, how's Bellicor doing? Alright, he's still at war with these guys. I just wanted to check because, you know, the second he stops fighting them, then bad things start happening. As in, he starts attacking us. You can also switch now to... I guess Venerate the 4 for a turn, because we'll land a Troll Fjord, maybe recruit some more stuff for Surtha, and then move him out this way, grab a few islands. Maybe if we can take out one of Sigvald's armies, we can peace out with him at least for a while. Try to get these territories back to our Slaaneshi friends as well, so that they have a full territory. And maybe have Surtha kill off Malice. It's just unlikely that he'll be too friendly with us, though fortunately, by virtue of his war with Exiles of Nehek and Nagaroth, probably drawn into them by Malekith, he's probably not going to declare war on us, at least at the current time. Now, these guys are still friendly with us, but I would like to keep an eye on them, so we're going to move Slith Wallbreaker here, and we need to find the enemy lord, who's not a Kerg Vlag right now. Hopefully the Chaos Dwarfs don't take too much territory here, and hopefully they don't die before we get to them. We could, in fact, move through this territory towards the Chaos Dwarfs and identify them thereby. I'm just not entirely sure whether it's a good idea or not. And we would have to then probably immediately declare war on Clan Ferric. We do have Tichet out here, which we could probably attack and then move down to their territories, though they probably do have a full stack that they might be able to send our way. Certainly some decisions to be made there. Either way, let's do the building. We are basically... Ooh, wait. Wasn't there... it's not ready yet. I was hoping for the tier 3 upgrade and get more troll capacity. Just the regular Norscan trolls for now, but eventually better trolls for everyone. Anyway, Alfari Plain and Grayling Moot, you're ready to go up to next tier. We already have the troll thing here. We could get another House of the Shun, but right now our money is a problem. We need to sack and raise more stuff. Alright, I guess we can start upgrading some stuff to tier 3. And, we'll probably also get a decent amount of cash from trading this stuff away. I guess we'll have to wait for Prague. Okay, how's Frozen Landing? How are you looking about this? Frozen Landing, 88 now. Oh man, that's not super likely. I could try to raid it and have Chaos Rebels see if we can't do that for them. I mean, if we give them Novkazi and Plesk, neither of which are worth too much... Plesk is worth more. Okay, now why is Plesk worth more? Well, just out of curiosity. Plesk currently has the... I thought that these buildings would actually be worth less because they're plunder buildings, but it seems that they're worth more, which is interesting, meaning we should give you Novkazi, and maybe Volksgrad and leave Plesk for last. I doubt it'll go up to 88, but maybe with you owning nearly everything. Alright, let's try to get some cash out of them, and give them Novkazi... Oh, wait... Actually, no, that's fine. That's fine. Chaos Corruption is still causing problems for him there, for Castalton, I mean. Yeah, let's give you Novkazi. We won't have the full... Oh, actually, but this way we have the Venerate the 4. Okay, well, not yet then. Not yet. Let's do some building upgrades. Where are we unlikely to get attacked? Less likely here, so I think Winter Pyre is a decent option. We also have... Let's go for the Slaver's Camp. Let's start upgrading all of these. Get us more growth, get us more money, etc. Varg Camp is a little bit close to Sigvald, and same with Serpent Jetty, I think. Well, actually, Varg Camp is a decent distance away. Okay, fine, let's do Varg Camp. Mountains of Nalfari, Grayling Moot and Nalfari Plain. Let's do you. And this is the growth thing. I guess we could keep at least one. Have at least one territory growing decently. The Bay of Blades, we're gonna go for the long shipbuilder here. We'll ignore the Sarl encampment thing for now, but I do think we probably will want to build a defensive garrison here in the Bay of Blades. Once again, it's fairly likely to come under attack by the scaling yet again. At least I wouldn't be surprised. Trollfjord, you're kind of in the same situation, and I would love to upgrade you, but I think we've run out of cash, or at the very least I'm not willing to risk any more. We may want to actually delete all the extra units here, but I'll think about it. The other option would be to give the Fimir for cheaper 2 more Kaka. But anyway, that'll be a decision we'll have to make next time, as we are out of time and I'm going to have to call the episode here. Next time, Wulfrik will probably move down to Kislev and occupy it and see about that technology. And we'll do some switcheroo stuff with the territories and hopefully get Frozen Landing. From the Great Orthodoxy, Throg will march on down. We might declare war on Clan Ferric and destroy them, and then we'll do the other switcheroo where Wulfrik will hopefully be able to head north and Throggy head south. Mostly because I want Wulfrik to defeat Archaon and maybe vassalize him just because it's funny. And obviously we'll also try to get the vassal or ally, whichever, of the Chaos Dwarfs, because we want and need access to their units. And we gotta find a Tzeentch faction somewhere. Anybody know if there's any other Tzeentch factions other than the Flaming Scribes and the Broken Wheel up here? Because, yeah, we'd really like them. But anyway, more Wulfrik to come / Norsca, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially to Threshold. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.